Welcome back to another episode of the Ambitious Journey podcast.
We are here. We are back. We got better. What's up, bro? How you feeling?
Hey, man, feeling good.
How's the new spot, huh?
Yeah, it's a little new background, a little new spot. It's a little bare bones action here at the new apartment, but we'll get it slowly but surely.
Right. For those of you guys that don't know, Drake has now migrated back towards Middle Tennessee. So he was here for a little while. Then he left. How many years were you gone?
Like two and a half.
2.5, yeah. And then so now he's back. So we're actually on the same time zone again. Yeah. So,
yeah. It feels good to be back in old Cashville.
Yeah. Man, and this weekend, Nashville opens up. We're about to woo.
Man, how do you think that goes? Because I
think half the city almost burns down.
You think so?
Well, okay, this is how I think it is. Thursday, people, they're waiting for tomorrow, so I think everybody laxes on it.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, I think, people show out a little bit, and it does get wild some places. Saturday, I think it's balls to the wall, open to close, but it doesn't get crazy. Sunday is very busy, and then next weekend, when you have all the tourists that realize they're like, oh my God, it's actually open. Mm-hmm. Then, and also that'll be mid-May, so everybody's out of school. Well, not out of school, but a lot of parents are starting to take vacations. Then you got all the people that just graduated college, and they're about to be, home on break. And then you got everybody that just wants to visit Nashville anyway.
I was saying with Memorial Day coming up in just a couple of weeks too.
Exactly. It's all going to come in one big kaboom. Mm-hmm. And that's when I think, yes, half the city will almost burn down just because it's going to be so many people.
Yeah.
And I'm excited, man.
Hey, I'm very excited. But, I'm just interested because I've been back literally for just a couple of days, and literally all I see is people are still wearing masks everywhere I go over here.
Bro, and I guess technically we still do have a mask mandate.
But it's hey, this is done in 3 days. You think it's going to stop now?
Yeah, and it's I get some people, I think we've already kind of talked about this before, how people get so mad about it. Mm-hmm. They're you're killing people. And it's no, dude, I'm not. I'm just not wearing a mask. You can stay away from me.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Literally true story.
Yeah.
So I went to the grocery store this morning. I just got a brand new apartment. I have nothing in here. Mm-hmm. So I was oh, I should probably get some food. So I go to the grocery store this morning. I walk in. I'm literally the only person without a mask on.
Dude, it's so crazy.
But literally everyone is just looking at me what's he on?
Bro, if nothing else, this proved how much influence our government really has on people's minds. And you know how people say the whole propaganda thing?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's looking real.
Absolutely. And you just kind of opened up a loophole of kind of where I wanted to go when you said that.
What?
This whole Colonial Pipeline situation.
Yes, bro. Yes, dude. Also, thanks for the extra heads up today, because I completely forgot about it.
Yeah. See, I didn't know about it until yesterday. But for those that are listening and watching, basically Colonial Pipeline runs through 17 states. There's 45% of the oil for jet fuel, gasoline, all that kind of stuff. It goes from Texas to New Jersey. Basically, it was a cyber
covering the entire Southeast.
Literally,
it's 17. I don't want people to think it's 17 scattered around states. No, the entire Southeast and then up the whole coast.
Yeah, but for those that don't know, there was a cyber attack. I think it happened back on the 7th. I think they've known about it for about 4 or 5 days now, and it's basically shut down and expect your gas prices to go up.
Exactly, and dude, and so my mother also brought that up too, because I right after you texted me, I was oh, I need to say that. She was I tried to tell you that the other day. She was I didn't know all the details, but I was trying to tell you the other day that you need to go get gas. And I was I just didn't realize how what it actually was, and I don't even think they did, dude. Mm-hmm. What I was reading, they were basically saying they just realized how severe the attack was, and as far as getting things started back up and blah blah blah, and I'm just I didn't have time to read the whole thing, so I don't really know all the information. But whoever pulled this off, one, you see it because
Hey, Russian hackers is what it was.
was it, dude? That's twice now, right? So they hacked the pipeline and they hacked what the backup servers for all government material with that one place. Was that Ocean Waves or something like that?
Mhm.
Well, it was Chinese software that was done by Russian hackers. Like if Mitt Romney gave us this, you remember when he said that Russia was on like this thing, and Obama tried to kind of clown him and say, "Yeah, well, you tell him it's not the Cold War anymore, that we don't have to worry about Russia as this like imminent threat."
What we do.
Yeah, literally, bro. What is this now? I guess not quite 7 years, but removed from him, or I guess not removed, but from when that was said, like close to. It's like, man, I don't know what Mitt knew, but he was onto something. You know what I mean? Like, and now I feel like every other time we hear something, I guess, kind of bad happening here, it's from Russia. Now, some might say that that's Donald Trump's fault, like, oh, he gave him the in. You know what I mean? Like, being
Yeah.
a puppet and all that type of stuff. Sure, I don't know all the details on that, but I do know that they also said that Hunter Biden, gave that laptop up, things of that sort with classified information. It's just interesting how it all ties back in, though, to me, to Russia. And it's like, we got to do something about them, bro. Not trying to jump off into a political kick, but
Oh, but for real though,
like, honestly, we got to do something, bro.
yeah, facts.
Because I feel like now they're, oh, I don't know. Okay. Well, I shouldn't say we should do something about them because they weren't what? They weren't, were they like Russia government or they just like Russian citizens?
I don't know the actual. It's like the dark side ransomware is what it was.
Oh,
So
okay. So yeah, if I guess if it's not their government, it's just their people. I guess we can't really attack them.
the FBI is still investigating it, so we'll see what they come back with, and
Really not know, bro.
and what they want to actually tell us it is. You know what I mean?
Exactly. What surprised me is how they know all this other random stuff about people, but when big stuff like this happens, they're just blindsided.
They got to investigate because they
Yeah,
don't.
I'm like, him, you can tell me how many hairs I have on my ball sack, but you can't tell me who hacked a freaking pipeline.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I don't get how that whole thing plays out. So yeah, no, I went and got gas immediately. Taylor just messaged me. She was like, I told her she should get gas. She was like, wait, what? I got half a tank. You think that's okay? Or like, what? So we're probably gonna have to get her some gas tonight when she gets off.
well, that's how I was just like, but like I saw the first thing I saw this morning was people talking about how it could be. It's like a government like conspiracy type of thing. And I'm all about some conspiracy theories. Like let me hear them.
Yeah.
But they're basically saying like this is kind of a thing to like talk about like how having like oil and gas is bad and like moving towards like electric cars and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah, absolutely. So I saw it as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, I should have saw this one coming.
I mean, that's not that far of a stretch.
It's
Because
not.
ever since what Biden said, all official government vehicles will start to convert and will be electric. Start to convert in 2022 and be converted by 2024. Like that's an interesting take in itself. Ford already announced they started their whole line that should be complete as far as like all vehicles. I think we've talked about that on here before. By I think it's like 2028, and then Chevy said the same. They said 2032.
Yep.
So in 15 years. And then you see Apple just got into the car game. They just
I did not see that.
yeah. So Apple just came out with their series of electric cars that they plan to expand upon in the next 2 to 3 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like every big tech company is kind of like they're jumping into that. You know what I will not be surprised by, but I see coming. If this continues like this big automation of vehicles, dude, Ubers and Lyfts, like those aren't gonna be people anymore.
No, it's going to be robot. It's going to be like Tesla and Uber and Lyft are going to do like a deal, and it's just going to be
Absolutely, yeah.
Tesla.
And think about if we're doing war right now through drones, like somebody can operate a vehicle without being there, and they can just be like, is when you enter the car, they're like, "Hey, I'm the command override for this vehicle in case anything does go bad." So, just sit back and ride.
That's kind of scary. Imagine, because like I know that like a lot of people do take Uber for serious reasons, to get to work and
Yeah,
but a lot of people do Uber because they can't drive because they're impaired. Imagine being intoxicated and getting an Uber and it's just sitting there like talking to you and driving itself, bro.
Yeah, I know you would start tripping out like, oh my God, what are you talking about? Yeah, that would be kind of creepy. But at the same time, I think that would, for them as a business model, that would make sense.
They'd have to stop. It saves them money.
Yeah, and think about too, like, sure, they may pay a higher premium in insurance, but as far as like covering people, that saves them a ton.
Mm-hmm. They don't pay drivers. They don't pay drivers at all at that point.
Right. Like, it's just, oh, you mean I can just do the car repairs? And then they can get a contract from whatever tech company that's doing electric cars. Like, really, I mean, yeah, I don't see what stops them from doing that, bro. Like, I really don't.
I mean, we already see like restaurants and businesses doing that, where they like go to McDonald's or something, and how many kiosks do they have? They have 2 people working and 5 kiosks.
Bro, Walmart, dog, you can't find a cashier in there.
Swear.
Everybody's doing everything but cashiering.
Literally.
Like, everything but that. Like, I still don't know why they have so many lanes open. Because even on Christmas time, which you would suspect to be the busiest time, those lanes don't even fill up. People still go through self-checkout. So it's like, I don't know why they even have that middle space anymore. Or people do the little click it thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, legit, you don't need people to cashier people anymore. Nobody cares to talk to a cashier, like explain their groceries. It's like, no, just put it in the bag, bro.
Yeah, well, that's why most people do self-checkout, because it's like, I can just put this in my bag myself.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, no, I don't want to small talk with you. Like, I would just rather walk by the lady at the self-checkout that has to restore the bags, smile at her, and keep on going. Like, we don't.
That was me today. That was me today. I literally, like, I had a full cart of groceries, and I was like, I don't want to go through this like cashier, like take the time for you to scan all my stuff, bag it up, whatever. Like, no, I'm just gonna go.
I gotta tell you too, like, I put that with that, please, and we shift that around.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's just annoying. Why didn't anybody think of this before? Because they had scanners for a long time.
A long time.
You know what I mean? So like, did they think it was just good customer service to do it for people?
I guess.
I'm guessing they didn't think like people would do it. That's what it had to be.
Well, I think the big thing on this is, it does stimulate the economy because it does provide jobs. But now,
we see 1 million people in Walmart doing everything but cashier.
I mean, yes, I'm understanding this now, but I'm saying, as people want to raise this minimum wage and stuff like that, it's just showing that like that's gonna just eliminate jobs, because nobody's gonna pay somebody $15 an hour to be a cashier.
Yeah.
I can pay that machine $3.99.
I'll pay the little technician dude that stops in every other Saturday. I just pay his little fee, and we got all these things fixed.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna work one machine for me today? No, I'm good.
Exactly.
Super good. Like, so I can see that being taken away, and I think we've dived into that point of I think that was on the pod that got deleted. Yes, the federal minimum wage now is raised to 15, but we saw people saying like most federal contractors don't work for 15, and as of right now, Biden said he won't make it. He won't enforce that on the states to do that, like on the state level, if you aren't in a federal payroll. So as of now, small businesses are protected, but I think that's the first thing that would plummet though. It's like, like for instance, like the people that do like Etsy that sell on there, but let's say they're like a mid-sized business of like, what, hypothetically 1,000 people. I believe that would be like mid-size, right?
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Yeah, but now all of a sudden, if they're able to do $12 right now, and some people can do like commission and things of that sort, if they help them push or just whatever, like they're able to do that. But as soon as you make everybody be 15, then it's like the people with the specialized jobs that work for you, for whatever you do on Etsy, you know what I mean? Then it's like they're gonna be like, well, I'm not getting 15 like the rest of these people. Like I do something that's specialized for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just leave here, or you can pay me more money. So then they'll get into like, all right, well then I have to pay them $20 an hour. Now I'm paying everybody else 15. You know, and yeah, that could really start eating at their pockets.
Yeah,
Also,
because 15 is minimum. So I mean, basically, like your less qualified people are going to have to make 15. So the people that are already making 15, or even a little, even more than that, you're going to have to raise their pay too.
exactly. But I'll tell you, I kind of ran into this once at a job. So this was when I was a manager at a sunglass hut, and they raised. So I was making like 12.25, like 12.50, something like this, an hour. But I had a set schedule. But everybody else that was working there at the time only made like $9 or something like that, plus commission. And I also got plus commission. But then they raised it to like new hires were coming in at like 10.50 or $11, like something like this. And I was like, bro, I'm not about to be here every day trying to like wrangle these people in for an extra 75 cent.
No.
Like, no, bro, we're gonna have to up this. And so, like, I was trying to talk to work out me getting a raise, and I was supposed to be getting one. Then I ended up quitting anyway. So that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so I just know if that already happened, if that was happening for me, I don't think that that's unique for me to think that way.
Yeah, no.
So other people are gonna follow suit with that, especially at some of these. Even like office jobs, I see that happening. You got an entry level guy versus a guy that's been there with you for some years that also might do something specialized for you. He's going to want a little extra incentive to not leave. I mean, to not leave and try to use his talent somewhere else. Because think about it, he was like, wait, hold on, I can even take a step back in a role, sacrifice maybe $1, but I can still go somewhere else and be less workload, less stress, and work less hours possibly, but still make almost the same exact money. Bet I'm out, bro. I'm not staying with you to do more work. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah, facts.
do all this stuff. So it's gonna get interesting to see if they do try to shift that over to like, I guess, stateside and smaller businesses and such.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Because I mean, like you said with the job, like I can relate to that as well. Like with having working a desk, like a normal 9 to 5 desk job, making $13, $14 an hour. And then like I drive by a Taco Bell sign, and it's like starting at 12, and it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
like, so wrap up some burritos or sit on these phone calls and do all this paperwork.
yeah, for the same price.
Exactly. Oh, bro, that's kind of been like the talk of like police officers, people, first responders, where some of them were only making like $13 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, yeah, I get like I'm gonna work like a certain amount of hours, if not more hours. So time and a half might kick in, and all these other specialized things to make more. But still, I should have a certain level of respect here.
Absolutely.
I'm putting my life on the line for 12 an hour. No, thank you. And that's for all those people in that situation, because when they get the call, they don't know exactly what they're showing up to. Like when firefighters get there and they see stuff like something else could blow up, they don't even know. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, and when you see how much were you getting paid? Well, I started off at 13, but now it's like no, that shouldn't even be the starting. It should be like 20 an hour.
Yeah, easy.
And I know somebody's going to be like, those guys are on salary. Yeah, but when you break it down to what it is an hour, like.
Yeah. And that's the tricky part is people that get you on that salary, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's like, no, F these benefits, buddy. I need to be paid. Like, we can work the benefits in there too, but that should be a bonus to me signing for this pay, not the selling point of the pay.
Facts. Huge facts.
Yeah, I don't know if I worded that correctly, but it shouldn't be like, hey, also we got you covered on insurance and this, that, and that, and your kids, they're all right. We're gonna give you 30 grand to run around here and be a hero.
That's before taxes come out.
Exactly. It's like, no, I think no. I think I'm not gonna do that. That should be after. I don't know. Anyway, we could go on that for forever.
Facts.
Let's see. There was something else I wanted to kind of chat about. I wrote it down. Give me one sec. Ooh, dude, yeah. This will spark you right here. Did you see Tebow?
Oh yeah, the Jacksonville Jesus Christ Savior Jaguars.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Yeah. For those of you guys that don't know, Tim Tebow signed today to be a tight end for the Jaguars. Go figure. All these years he could have been in the league playing. This man said, "No, I want to be a quarterback." Well, just let Urban Meyer pop up.
Facts.
Switches just like that. You know what? Yeah, I think it's all right to be a tight end. It's like, come on, dude. Come on. Like, you made us miss out on some very prominent years you could have had. I mean, granted, that sounds selfish as a fan, but being a fan is kind of selfish.
Yeah, you wouldn't play baseball. You wouldn't play double A baseball.
Bro, for like legit like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like 5 or 6. It was a while. Like, it wasn't just like a few years ago. And I honestly want to see like how long that was.
But then like, what the hell is Urban Meyer doing?
Yeah, what is that? Like, hold on one second. Let me type this in and see. Google this really fast. So Tebow, he played 3 seasons. It didn't seem that short. It seemed like a lot longer. 3 seasons. Oh, he did take some time off just to do broadcasting. That's what it was. But he played 3 seasons of minor league baseball for the Mets, and he got up to AAA in 2019.
AAA. Couldn't even make the league.
Yeah, man. Look, you remember he got some spring training contracts. Biggest thing is too, he brings in fans. So
I mean, that's the thing. But I mean, you drafted Trevor Lawrence if you're the Jaguars.
Yes, bro. And then you went back and got Tebow, which they're basically the same person in a way.
That's exactly what I'm gonna say. Yeah. It's like like if this Jacksonville team ends up like the 2008 Florida Gators, I'm going to lose my mind.
You know, dude, if they do, they need to lock Urban Meyer up because he's the problem.
Forever.
It's him. Like, lock him up, throw away the key, forget he exists, strip him of all his records and everything. That man is a demon. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
He is the devil in disguise, like for real.
Like, because that 2008 team, bro, look, I know people joke about that on Twitter, like, oh, they need to make a documentary. No, genuinely, they need to make a documentary.
There should be a like movie in the theater.
30 for 30.
They need a full-on 2-hour movie in the theater, rated R.
Because that team was wild. Like, when you just sit back and like look, those are some wild boys, bro. So then you got all of them led by Tim Tebow and fake heart attack you Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
Like, what is, you can't even write that. Like, that's a movie script that you just, it's all seems so far unbelievable that like when you're like, what? You're lying. So, oh man, if they turn out like that, that's crazy.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the Pouncey twins to come out of retirement and sign with the Jaguars.
Dude, if he does it, I'm like, look, okay, he's really trying to recreate this right here. We're not doing this. I'm not watching it.
He'll bring back Aaron Hernandez from the dead.
Or he gets his cousin. Like, be like, yeah, you're just like him. Yeah.
But also Tebow like played quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, I know blocking is not an easy skill to learn when it comes to, especially to defensive ends when you're playing tight end. You're probably going to, and linebackers coming off the edge who will probably destroy you.
So I don't know if he put on any size. I mean, he was never small.
No.
But I mean, like, you know, it's one thing if you're a really tall tight end that's thick as well. Like, you know, like 6'4" or so, 6'5". But I think he's only like 6'2", 6'3".
I think he's probably like in that 6'4" range if I had to
Is
guess.
he in there? Okay. Well, then that's different because I think that helps. The height part helps with that blocking because it gives you certain advantages being on a tight end.
Yeah, he's so
Um,
he's 6'3", but he's also 33 years old.
right. Does it say how much he weighs?
I don't. I mean, that's probably going to be an official weigh-in because you know how those athletes change their weight. You know what I mean?
Right.
This
Right.
Google says 255, but we'll see what that looks like.
Okay. So he scrapped everything I was about to say. That's a thick old boy. Bro, oh my gosh, that video. But I think too, like you said, that's him. Unless he's been practicing it, like that's gonna be awkward those first couple of games, bro.
Because I mean, don't get me wrong, catching is not the problem. It's not the thing I'm worried about. I'm not worried about him as a receiving tight end. I'm talking about him run blocking and pass blocking.
Yes. Well, also too, I am kind of worried about him receiving too because he's no longer. I mean, though receivers are protected a little bit, he's
Oh,
not
I'm
protected.
not worried about that. I think. I mean, he's proven he's a genuine athlete. So I think
I mean, he take a hit if you know it's coming, yes. But it's a whole nother monster when your head is turned and you're running full speed. You're not just taking on the hit. You're running full speed and somebody absolutely decleats you. And you just flip over and you realize, holy hell, I don't even remember getting dressed for this game.
Yep.
Like, and that's when reality sets in. You're like, oh no, they just cleaned my clock. Then you're like, I know that's a whole different feel. He's tough, but I am kind of concerned about that, bro. I think, like you said, 33, they're hitting in the legs now too. Come on, bro. Those are eating.
He hasn't had contact in what,
That's what
7
I'm
years?
saying. Yeah.
6 years?
Like I know I am slightly concerned about him receiving. So you're throwing a whole new task at him. He's smart, as they say. So, like you said, he was a genuine athlete. But like, you know what? What are those routes where they like a late release for a tight end, where they block, and then release late to be open? I don't know. I feel like you got to kind of run some of those with him for him to get like comfortable. I don't know if you can just like.
That you're gonna have to throw him in like a goal line set.
Yeah, because like I don't know, like if you just come out the gate with him, it just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know football schemes that well, but it's gonna be interesting. I think I'm betting against him like the first 4 games.
Oh, I think the Jags go like 4-12.
I mean, I was just gonna give him like a little learning curve. I was at least gonna give him 500, but
bro, they won 1 game last year, and then they have a bunch of rookies now. No way, bro. They're gonna win like 4 games max.
You think? Yeah.
I don't think unless Urban Meyer legit recreates that Florida team, brings back bouncy twins on the O-line, and then like brings some defense in there, but that's all they got. They have nothing at all.
Right. Yeah. Ooh, they're about to go through a lot of growing pains then. Right. Just developing, but maybe they'll shift around a little bit. They could, if they get like like some veterans in there that could help, especially defensively.
They definitely need some receivers because they got a next generation quarterback, but he has nobody. Now he has to throw to Tim Tebow.
That is kind of crazy. Who's the running back?
They drafted the Clemson running back, Travis Etienne, so they have the Clemson backfield basically.
Oh, I was just about to ask, like, I was like, he doesn't have Etienne or Etienne anymore, but no, he does. Okay, so that's all right. So yeah, see, I think if you give them a good defense that gives them opportunities to get out there and have reps this season, though it might be rough, I think you're better for it next season though. But I think I don't know how their defense is, but I think that comes with some vets being over there. Because I think defense in the league, you're not going to stop guys, but you can out-scheme guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you can put yourself in some game-winning situations off a scheme. But with that comes experience. And that's where I think on offense, I think you can kind of wing it being young. But on defense, no, you can get lit up real quick. You know what I mean? Being young and not knowing what's happening. You'll just be like a little dog in a circle.
Well, what happens when Urban Meyer doesn't win more than 5 games? Does he have another heart attack?
Right. No, I think he's in it for at least 2 years.
2? You think
I'm
2?
giving it 2. Just out the gate 2. If the first year, like, if it shows potential, how they believe, like it might be, then I could see them really rocking out, for 5. But I definitely see 2. And then, depending on how that second year goes, depends on how his heart feels and his family. Because that man, boy, he is not scared to throw that card anywhere. Heart attack here. My family needs me over there. Just kidding. I'm signing up over here, buddy. Like, that man, bro, that's just kind of skeptical, man. Like, what was happening? That he has to be dodging charges, right?
Yes, every time.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because like
men ran to Ohio, then he ran to Utah.
No, Utah to Florida, and Florida to Ohio, and then.
But see, then back to Florida, right? Like to live, like he lives in Florida.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
And to my understanding, you have to like Florida has these certain laws that don't really apply to them. Like that's why O.J. Simpson lives there. Because if he leaves there, like he doesn't get like his pension and all this type of stuff, like money, but there's certain charges that they can't bring to him in kind of whatever he does. That's why he does like you remember when there was that long streak of him like on Twitter saying like all this crazy stuff, but they were like they can't do anything to him because he's in Florida.
Yep.
Like I think that's what Urban Meyer is doing, bro. Like I think he's like I got this much time to make this happen, and I got to get right back inside that state line. That's what I think, man. Cause like, bro, what else would you use your family and heart, for other than like you dodging charges?
Well, that's definitely what happened in Florida because I think they were going to be like under an NCAA investigation. Obviously, the police were involved in that program a lot.
Yeah,
with
absolutely
nonsense that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think him getting out of Florida made sense, and then for him to take the Ohio State job was kind of just like, all right, whatever. And then like
he does it with Utah again.
They did it again.
Yeah. I think he took like a year off in between each.
So yeah, he went from Utah to Florida straight, like just like went.
He just went back. Okay.
And then he took that year at ESPN. So he took a year off for his health conditions, but then ended up working at ESPN like within 2 months for a season, and then went to Ohio State.
Well, he said, and I remember him saying something about that. He was like, it was just like the stress of everything. He was unsure. It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was unsure if you were going to be connected with a murder charge, probably. But
yeah, am I involved in that?
Yeah.
Look, yeah, that's exactly what that was. He was trying to save up some money just in case it all hit the fan. His family was all right.
Can't. I mean, don't hate the player, hate the game, I guess. But I mean,
right? Yeah. Because I mean, look, if we're the only ones that are skeptical, obviously he's gotten by pretty good then.
Yeah,
we're the only ones that are. Oh, we're not. If we're the only ones that are kind of like, does that look funny? Then hey. But you know what would be really crazy is if something did. God forbid, I don't want to wish bad on him. But let's say like 10, 12 years from now, we see like Urban Meyer getting arrested for something crazy that happened back from like that 08 team. Like, oh my gosh, dude. Like they tried to do what was that, Joe Paterno?
Yeah.
At Penn State. And then the man dies, bro. The man, like, you broke the man's heart. He legit died 6 months after losing his job.
Mm-hmm.
That's no coincidence, bro.
No, but I picture if Urban Meyer ever gets arrested, that video on Twitter of Cuba Gooding Jr. getting arrested when he's walking out like laughing or whatever. That's gonna.
I feel like I've seen it, but I can't really remember it.
He's just like kind of like smirking and like got like the handcuffs behind his back. Like that's definitely gonna be Urban Meyer, just like taking the light, like, oh, you finally got me.
Yeah. You finally got it. All right, come on, let's make it happen.
Bro, I know I sent it over to you this morning, but talking about like sports, did you see that the Vegas Raiders are about to just like change all of entertainment sporting events?
Dude, I like it. I like it. I saw what you sent yesterday. Yeah. I love that. You explain to people.
Wynn Resorts in Vegas is creating a new field club We call them club seats, suites, all those kind of things right now. This is next level.
Yeah.
So at the Raider Stadium and Allegiant Stadium, it's they're putting a new club concept with a premier DJ, bottle service. It has 42 TVs. It has a 9 by 35 foot LED screen. And then the field level suites go the entire end zone. So it's basically like if you're at a club, you get your own table, you get bottle service, there's a DJ, but there's also a football game in front of you.
Exactly. And dude, let me tell you, man. And since it doesn't rain that much out there,
it's a dome. It's in a dome. So it's
they're in a dome. Oh my gosh, bro, that is about to be crazy. I see. This is when you sent me that, because I don't think just the description alone doesn't do it justice.
No,
the pictures you sent, bro. I advise anybody, just go check it out. Go look up what he's talking about. Yes, they are about to change the whole game. People are going to want that. First of all, the little area that they've cleared out on basketball courts, they could do something like that before fans get back. I don't know what stops for instance, like a team like Phoenix. Okay, if Vegas is right there, I'm kind of trying to copy that a little bit. We got a new hot team where going into the next season. Obviously, you can't this season, but next season, I'm trying to copy that a little bit, bro. I know that is going to sell there, bro. And man, oh man, yeah, I think
the amount that it's going to sell for is going to be crazy.
Bro, high rollers only.
Literally, bro. In Vegas, oh my gosh.
And that's about to be the biggest flex. It's gonna be people are gonna try to buy 2 of them, just cause. They're gonna say, no, I got 2 clubs that are field side.
Yeah. Well, dude, wait till a company buys out a whole game, buys the whole end zone.
Bro, you know what's happening. It's gonna be like that next thing that shows a status. I'm waiting on Floyd just to buy one and don't even show up. Just right, I bought it, just cause.
Had the first one.
Yeah, exactly. That's a legit. I'm just waiting on that announcement. I'm like, it makes sense, man. It makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that's a really smart move on their part. I wish I could afford it.
Facts.
It looks like it would be a ton of. I mean, just imagine, you're getting all your friends together, and it's legit. It's like a club beside the field.
But that's the thing is, I think it's perfect for the people that don't really care about the game. But it's also if you do care about the game, you're there, and you hit the extra perks of a DJ, bottle service, all that right there.
Man, look, what if this actually doesn't take off? And I'll tell you why. What if players start complaining?
Yeah.
If there's a DJ, there's lights. And you said there was an LED screen, so though the black side might be to the field, the lights still kind of. Well, I mean, I guess they don't care about cameras, but that's different than.
No, I think that because we've seen that during this time with no fans, we've seen a lot of players not like the quiet fake crowd noise, all those kind of things. So now you're gonna tell me that there's a DJ playing music, and then
right,
I got people that aren't even watching the game here. What are you doing here?
And it's right there in front of my face. No matter where you are on the field, you can't avoid seeing the end zones.
Literally.
At all. So it's yeah, man. That could be interesting right there.
And what happens when a overthrown pass busts a bottle of 1942 real quick and
they're like, don't worry about it. Give me 3 more, please.
Probably, but
who cares?
I just feel that's I don't know. I feel it's a great concept, but I am interested to see how it goes.
Oh yeah, and what's going to be the thing? You celebrating? You jump up into the club, you see what I'm saying? That gets sketchy. I don't know, man. This is great. I'm glad they did it because this is about to be reckless, and I am here for it.
But I feel like that was the reason why they didn't want to put sports in Vegas. Is because it could get reckless pretty quickly, and now the Raiders might be the first team to prove everybody right.
Yeah. yeah, they might, dude. No, I'm excited for it. I'm glad that they're trying different stuff with sports. while we're kind of on this topic too, I want to see like, what's your thoughts on since we're kind of talking about celebrating with baseball? Because I was gonna say, I like sports are trying to move in a different direction, but it seems like baseball is at a standstill on, like for instance, celebrating, bro.
Yeah,
Have you
it's the
seen
old
this?
heads. The old heads just need to take their pride and shove it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so that's kind of the side I'm on because I forgot who it was. Uh, Ca- Counter Counter yes, Canelo yes, I forgot his name. But the other day he got hit by a pitch. All right, gets hit by a pitch, goes first. Or I think this was the other day. I don't remember exactly. I watched a video talking about it. So, but anyway, he gets hit by a pitch, goes to first. Uh, Something happens. Then he gets a second. Guy hits a ball. He rounds third, and then he comes. Oh no, a ball gets away from Yadier Molina. So he's at third. He's coming home. Yadi throws the ball late. He slides in, but the pitcher is covering home. So he slides and he stands up and he like yells. He's like, yeah, like at the pitcher, and the pitcher's down on the ground like this, pussy. All right, and so everybody says like instead of him, like manning up, taking it, and just going on, he moans and groans. Yachty gets all in the guy's face, talking like don't yell at my pitcher like that, and whatever. And then they suspend this guy for 2 games for taunting, and it's like, okay, have you ever been hit with 100 miles per hour?
Facts.
Like he took that, bro. And y'all but the game tells you if you get hit, you take it. You go to the base. If you score, you just relax. Don't ever show up the pitcher. But the pitcher can do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If he strikes you out, he can basically tell you, suck my dick. Nobody says a word. He can shout, he can slam his glove, he can throw, if he is throwing bad, he can go into the dugout and throw an absolute hissy fit.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody says a word. They say, he's just angry. He's just trying to get it out. But a hitter goes in there. They did it to Big Papi. They fined him. Dude, where is the line? Like, what is it? Why do these pitchers get so much, like, leeway with whatever they do? But players, and it goes back to that point of Fernando Tatis when he hit that grand slam. And first of all, he swung at 3-0, hit a grand slam while they were already up. And then he was happy. Bro, the kid's 20. He was 21. He's happy. Dude, he's in the league. Like, he made it from the bottom to the league, bro. And then and then he couldn't even celebrate. They told him to stop celebrating. And his coach had to go over and talk to him. He was like, what did I do wrong? And they're like, and he had to just talk to him. And they're like, man, just let them play the game, bro.
Fact. That's where I'm at. I'm on the same side. It's just like,
okay, so yeah, you're right there.
Why? Like, so like other leagues, KBO, which is the Korean baseball,
right?
They literally promote bat flipping. But like,
I saw them celebrate a lot together as a team too. Mm-hmm. When things happen, not just one particular. When things happen. Mm-hmm. But that's a whole different ballgame. Go ahead, my bad.
So it's like we see that league is doing well.
Very well.
We see that's a world, like obviously MLB is a worldwide known league. So is the KBO at this point.
Bro, they jumped up so much over COVID. Like, oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah.
My bad.
But no, but it's just like, we see that works. Mm-hmm. We see that American baseball is dying off. It is not America's pastime anymore.
Dude, as we've said here, like, unless sports have a weird way of connecting people because you can be so exciting that people just drawn to the energy, and then you have the people that used to play the game and they are basically reliving that game every time they watch one. Mm-hmm. And so then, and you have people like us that played it and are now fans of it too, and so you got this double thing going on while you experience this game. There's a lot of people on the same flip coin that have never ever, you know what I mean, like played the game. And they don't also, when you have a sport like baseball that you don't get to feel the energy from a lot, it's kind of one of those ones like, well, if you played it, you would know exactly why that play's so good. Mm-hmm. And it's like, all right. I can't tell you how many times people are like, so what's so special about that? I think besides tennis, People question why that even gets into the top 5 on top plays on SportsCenter
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, so what? Like this dude, remember he called it. Well, this was like a couple of days ago. He called one like this. I think it ended up being like the number 1 play, but they like people were still like, I mean, yeah, it was cool, but and it's like because they don't feel the energy or they don't understand it. So now you're taking celebration away, and it's like you got to get a new fan base in here because if you just let the people that played the game love the game, it's not enough for them to become fans to stick in it.
Well, there's not enough promotion for kids to want to play it either.
Exactly, bro. Like now in other countries it is, or specifically the Caribbean. Oh, it's more than enough incentive for them to play. But as far as here though, yeah, bro, you don't see it. I know in the South travel ball is huge, but that's in middle school. You don't see the same type of push when they get to high school. So like, but we know SEC baseball is a big deal. The Big 12, you got like 3 schools where it's a big deal. But I mean, you kind of see the same, in football too, though. Like you got those ones that kind of take part, and it's a big deal. But then it's weird. Football is always going to generate a lot of money, no matter where it's played at, even if it's in Maine. But baseball, you can't do that, bro. Like you need that energy in the fandom. And though they're a multi-billion-dollar business, they could benefit more if they did. I think somebody brought this point up. They don't push their big stars either.
No, they don't.
Like, dude, Fernando Tatis just signed a tremendous deal, a huge deal. One I still don't think is a good deal for him, but whatever. It was a big extension. People still don't know who he is that watch baseball. They're kind of, I mean, and I say watch baseball very loosely, but like they're like, they can still forget his name. They're like, hey, what's the shortstop for, you know what I'm talking about? The guy, like he's the young one. And you're like, bro, you mean Fernando Tatis? Like, what are you talking? Like, you know what I mean? It's like some people couldn't even recognize him though. He has to be one of the leading faces of the young generation of baseball.
He's literally on MLB The Show. He's on the cover.
Exactly. And the people still cannot recognize his face.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's a crime.
It really
like, you know what I mean? Like, how I'm on a video game, bro. Think about how many times people can't recognize basketball players. I feel like that's like next to none.
Oh, yeah. Well, and even with baseball, like not remembering their biggest, best players, like Mike Trout is a prime example.
Bro, Mike Trout you could push him to every family man in
Yeah.
America. The guy married some girl when he first came in, kept it secret for forever. But he never gets caught out drinking anywhere, never gets caught out clubbing. The man is probably arguably the best player in baseball, if not the best. Mm-hmm. And he signed a huge deal. He's the face of a losing organization, and he keeps a smile on his face, plays the game exactly how every old head wants to play it. And still, like,
yep.
You see what I'm saying? How much easier of a softball marketing tool can he be? All he has is what? Didn't he have some type of water stuff, electrolyte something that I saw like 2 commercials of?
Is that in like Subway? That's it.
Yeah, that. Like you said, Subway. He has that big Nike deal. I bought some Mike Trouts. They're cool, but like. Other than that, bro, like you see all these other people just showing up to stuff, doing guest appearances on stuff. Why don't you push him like that?
But I think it's a West Coast versus East Coast thing because I feel like it's hard to push all the West Coast games. You got to think most of the time are late, so we do see a lot of those like West Coast teams not get any push. But I mean, in the East Coast, you got Bryce Harper. They've rode Bryce Harper's dick for years.
Right, but okay, but
always on the East Coast, so he's always on prime time.
Right. What's his name? Chris Bryant for the Cubs.
Cubs, him too.
Right, but you see what I'm saying? But he could be pushed more too, though. He's another one of those type of guys. Mm-hmm. And it's like, they do well with their Caribbean guys, marketing them to Caribbean places. So there's no short of that. Like, and that's why I'm not kind of mentioning those guys. But it's like, okay, for instance, and I'm gonna look bad here because I forget his name too. But he's the black dude that plays for the White Sox. He like just got an All-Star like last year.
Tim Anderson.
Yes, thank you. But like market him to young black children that are trying to get into the game of baseball. But I haven't seen that. I could be out of touch, but I hadn't seen it, bro.
Me neither. I haven't seen it either.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That could
You
be
know why? You know why we haven't seen it? Because he does bat flips. He's electric. He's an exciting player to watch.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, okay, I'm Joe Blow over here, and I got like a simple solution. You got the money, the power, and the solutions to do that. Why not, bro? Even if he generates you 10,000 fans over the next 5 years.
Think about the money.
Exactly. Oh, I'm sorry, you got more money out of it? Oh, like, it's a win, bro.
Yeah.
Do it, and it's so simple to do. You can literally just have him do collaboration, little media things with other sports teams. You see that with you've seen that with basketball and football players, but you haven't really seen that with baseball players. They got a couple, but you hadn't really seen it, bro.
But no, not often though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's not. It's like, dude, and I hate it because I love the game so much, and there's like this clash of like they're saying I kind of brought this up on the podcast that got deleted, but I was talking to one of my friends and how he was talking about like class, and I was like, this game. It's not about class. Forget class. Like, because when you lose, everybody tells you suck. So it's we were talking about that game where even though it happened in 1928, you go up. Here's I don't ever see why you would want to put up 100 runs on a team because the other team can put up 101.
Bro, so after we talked about that, it's funny. There was a softball team that scored 35 runs. You know what happened?
They lost.
They lost 36-35.
Exactly. You see, bro, it can happen at any time. And I was like, and I said, so, and when I was asking him, I was like, so what do you do? Just stop playing the game? You start getting out? Like, I could see a mercy rule in the game. Okay, then that's different. That's the rules of the game.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking about these unwritten rules is what's not ruining the game, but making it hard to play the game. It's like, okay, so then, his point was, he said, why are you stealing? They had 113 stolen bases. He said, why are you stealing 113 bases and you score 109 runs? My point is, well, one, because it's their fault that they let you steal 113.
Yeah, not my fault your catcher sucks.
Exactly. And two, look, at some point that just turns into practice. It's okay. You suck this much. I can bat all left-handed. He was like, my team batted from the left side, like when stuff like that happened. We don't know that they didn't. But let's say then they still suck that bad that you're now literally throwing the bat into the outfield and kicking their fastball. Like, then what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's at that point it's not my fault that you suck.
Bingo.
I'm a firm believer in, now I'm just on a rant. I'm a firm believer in, no, it's the other coach's job to show me how to be a better coach if he's better than me.
Mm-hmm.
No, prove your team's better because I feel like my strategy is fantastic. And if I can score doggone 1,000 runs every inning, by God, I'm going to score 1,000 runs every inning.
Yeah.
And that's for you and your organization to figure out what they need to do with you and your organization. What? Miles going to tell, man, you won by too much. I'm sorry. I thought the whole name of the game was to win.
Yeah, and I'll do it again tomorrow too. Watch.
Exactly. But the whole thing is that when they bring up the class thing, and they're saying like, well, nobody knows if those people were gloating while they were winning. Now, I get you. That's one thing. If you're like, by the time you score 100 runs, they still haven't scored one. If you hit another home run, you honestly should just kind of be like, okay. Like, I get that. But if a kid celebrates, a kid that's been sitting on the bench, and he comes in and he hits a 3-1 home run, and he acts like a hooligan and wants to take his jersey off. I mean, man, hey, look, the kid hadn't played all year. But I get it. Look, I remember the first time I hit one. Yeah. He probably won't play again this year. Your team gave him an opportunity. So, really, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you can't have, like, this straight edge draw the line on, like, how the game should be played. No, play the game according to the rules, and then let people enjoy it, bro. That's basically what I'm getting at.
I support it. I'm 110% behind that. That is a fact.
Like, man, it's crazy. Just the little things that people let bother them, and something that's supposed to entertain them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, do you go to a concert and be like, oh my God, can you believe after she hit that note, she paused to see how the crowd reacted? What? Who does that? It's like, you go to the concert and you enjoy it because you paid the money to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you were waiting on her to entertain you with whatever she chose to. If she wiggled her toes the whole time, you paid for it. Like, it's and you can't criticize the entertainer. They made it there for a reason.
Facts.
If you got a better solution, you make it and then you change
it. Yep. But bet you're back at your job Monday morning, sitting at your desk.
Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? It's just it's weird to me how people, and everybody knows the right way to play the game that's not playing. It's like,
yeah,
that's so weird to me. What is class? Has some class. What, I just don't get it in sports in the sense that they mean it. I get, and I want to be clear here. I get not just completely running it down somebody else's throat and just being like over the top. But going back to what our examples were, when Fernando Tatis swung at a 3-0, he saw an absolute meatball.
I was gonna say, dude, he saw a meatball and he took it to the moon.
Exactly. Like, he can't help that your pitcher allowed 3 people on base before him. He just knows his coach put him in the lineup at that spot. Mm-hmm. He knows his job is to come up to bat when the box is empty, and that's his spot. He knows, hey, man, if you can hit the piss out of the ball right now, swing away. Like, I don't think he's ever had a coach ever until then be mad that he hit a home run and gave them the lead or an extended lead. Like, he probably, think about not knowing English that well and having that said to you. He's probably like, what happened? What are you talking about? Like, bro, that's so weird. Like, hey, man, just next time don't hit it so far. Like, hit it far but not far. And then don't fist bump the third base coach. Don't high five the guy when you're coming back into the dugout. Just jog past him.
Makes no sense to me.
It doesn't, man. It really doesn't. I would love, honestly, we should probably try to get somebody on here that's like an old head like that thinks that way.
I'm sure we can find some high school baseball coach somewhere. And just get an hour rant of like why baseball is like the
my gosh. Yeah. It's a game for gentlemen. Okay. I've seen some savages play this game.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah. What else I got here, bro? I had something else written down. Well, that'd be kind of a weird switch. So I don't want to get into anything too heavy. Oh, okay, yeah, I got a good one here. Did you did you listen to the Tory Lanez Chris Brown album?
I have not.
I don't even know if it's well. Okay, I only heard one song. I don't know if the full album is available on Spotify. I didn't check.
I need to know why they linked because like one of them shot a woman, the other beat her with a hammer.
Bro, because it's. Oh, I wasn't gonna say it's funny. It's not funny. But wait, who? Chris Brown beat somebody with a hammer?
Rihanna.
Wait, what?
He got like domestic violence charges for like beating Rihanna, bro.
Yeah, but I thought you said with a hammer.
I think there was a hammer involved. Allegedly.
It was his fist. He gave her that 1-2 punch. Well, bro, okay, have you ever seen their documentary?
No.
You should watch it. Because that's probably the most truthful Rihanna has ever been. As far as the situation goes. She let her label take over the situation. I get it. You're a young kid, 18, whatever. It happens. You are just so new to the game and you're wanting to be liked, and the label is using this as a situation to blow you up. Mm-hmm. We just saw it happen with Sweetie, so we know it still goes on today. But yeah, I mean, she was hitting him as he was driving, and he told her to stop because he was like, "We're gonna wreck," and she was hitting him. And he said that they were shouting back and forth. and she also said the same thing. She was like, I should have never. She was like, I should have never hit him. But what set him off was when she hit him in the dick, and when she hit him in the dick, like he almost wrecked. So then he punched her. Like I was like, well, when you put it that way. And so yeah, and so then they pulled over, and then but I think he said but he hit her again though, and then so they were kind of like hitting back and forth, which no, I'm not saying it makes it right, but it does add an extra element of understanding.
Oh, it does. It definitely changes the.
Yeah.
Oh, he beat her.
Right, and so
you know
granted, I mean, you shouldn't give your lady 2 straights to the eyeballs, you know, but you know, it's at the same time she's putting both of y'all's lives in danger, and then when the situation happened, she didn't try to. She feels like she couldn't clear it up because like she felt like, I mean, yeah, he did hit me, but at the same time the lady was trying to, you know, take her off. So yeah, no, it's really interesting to see. And then Tory Lanez, bro, I think he's innocent, bro.
Same, I do too.
Yeah,
I was just hyping that up. I think.
Yeah. You see how they tried to say he went to well, she tried to say something the other day like you better quit running or something like that, like to him. He was like, I'm out on bond. Where am I running to? where am I going? You know, it's just I feel like she's trying to milk it more.
Oh yeah, facts.
Man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to hear what this is, like how it turns out. Because somebody, like we said this before, somebody's career is over.
Somebody's is.
Like, and I don't think they're letting a man run around that they know they could find or that they had in custody that was out here just shooting guns. I mean, they got too much to prove right now about guns anyway. So they would, boy, would this ever be a time to, you know, with the gun laws and stuff going on, take a musician that's well known and be like, see, he even shot somebody. Gun laws. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this would be the time to do it. But my man got out on bond and is just making music. Like, and is not ducking and dodging it. And he's calling you out, and you're having to find more and more layers to your story.
I think the less talented will have her career cut short.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she can take that on somewhere. She can, dude. Oh my god. Oh, you know, I didn't hate that her ad lib until somebody pointed it out to me.
Oh, dude, I've hated it since day one.
I don't even think I noticed it until somebody pointed it out. I was like, wait, what? And they're like, oh, I love that. Like, I love that she does that. And that's what made me, like, every time I hear a song, I'm like, why is she doing that? Like, oh my gosh. It's just, I don't know.
She does it with, like, her tongue out, too, bro. It's so annoying.
Oh, does she?
It legit, like, drives me up a wall when I hear it, bro.
Yeah, because it's, you know what? I don't think it's her because I think Meg is very attractive. It's the girls that want to act like her.
Bingo.
Yes, that bothers me. And I'm like, you're not Meg Thee Stallion, bro. Like, you 2 different atmospheres, stratospheres, whatever you want to call it. Y'all aren't even in the same universe of people. Relax. Like, no, you're not her. She can do whatever she wants to. She probably could get any guy she wanted, even bad attitude and all, whatever. Like, minus the line. We'll act like that didn't happen. But you are not her. Quit. And then they just, that little, I don't know, it's like a call to all of them. They hear that, they just,
yeah.
Like, oh my God, dude, it's awful. It just, man, it brings out the worst in them.
It really does. It really
does. Oh man, dude. Also, I gotta admit, not never mind. I'm gonna keep on going.
On that note.
Yeah. Well, this one last little thing that I wanted to kind of chat about. If you got anything else you want to. So Buffalo Wild Wings closed up here, bro.
Really?
It's a done dealio. Out of here. Dude, they announced one day that they were closing, the next day they were closed.
I'm not surprised though. I feel like that's a dying chain.
And you know it surprises me because of how much they had to offer. Like at the beginning, everybody used to love going to Buffalo Wild Wings, bro.
And then they win.
Right? Dude, their service did get tremendously bad,
Mm-hmm.
awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they everybody used to watch fights there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody used to watch games there. Like, and you couldn't beat the deal, that Tuesday, Thursday thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of like,
Yeah, that just reminded me. I have a Buffalo Wild Wings like next door, and it's Tuesday.
oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
All right.
And so but yeah, so like they close up the one here, but there's one in Smyrna. And like all these people that go every 2 years. But oh my God, I can't believe they closed it.
Yeah, dude. I haven't been to Buffalo Wild Wings in legit probably like 2 years at least.
Really?
Probably longer.
So I didn't go for a while, but I finally went like I went at some point. I don't know. I think you're up because it's right beside the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, but finally though, like I went like a couple of weeks ago. So I probably went like every like 4 or 5 months. But I was just like, there's kind of other places I should get, chicken wings.
No, that's the thing is I feel like their wings aren't that good. Their sauces are really good,
Yeah, they are.
but I feel like nothing else is good there. It's like you have
Yeah,
good sauces, but like you should probably just put those on the shelves in the grocery store and make money from there.
exactly. And on top of that, I mean, the fries always kind of came out cold.
Mm-hmm.
The burgers were never really that good. So it was like you were kind of just relying on that. And I think they had some drink deals, um, but it wasn't like anything fantastic. Like I don't even know if they ever did like 2 for 1 for beers. That was kind of weird to me. I'm like, people kind of want beer with wings, so you kind of like have people in here if you just did 2 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, it just always seemed weird to me. Like places like Chili's can do 2 for 1, but Buffalo Wild Wings can do 2 for 1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just it never quite made sense. But last time I remember I went with Taylor's family, and they had like some little deal on like well liquors and like a beer, but it wasn't basically 2 for 1, and I was just like, this is just so weird. But after that though, like I hadn't really eaten it, and I got it one time by like I was just kind of right there, and I was like, some wings wouldn't be bad. But then that was like a month or two before it closed. So
Not going back
yeah.
there.
Huh?
Said not going back there then.
Yeah, not going back. But it really surprised me that all these people that never go are like, I can't believe it's closing. It's like, well, if you never ate there and people you know never ate there, what are they supposed to do?
Exactly. But that's the thing is like even when I lived in Knoxville doing DoorDash, like on Tuesdays, bro, I pick up probably like 7 different things from Buffalo Wild Wings for people like to deliver. But like every time I go in there, there'd be like 3 tables.
Yeah. Oh wait, like empty, or you saying sat?
No, 3 tables sat.
Yeah. Well, okay. See, I do think it's good for like picking up. Maybe they should just be like a little like delivery only place. Because
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind getting something delivered, but I just don't want to go.
like a Domino's but minus the pizza. Like you just have wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the wings are good, dude. Okay, also if I could get Hooters wings with Buffalo Wild Wings sauce, that's a match made right there, bro.
I got a hot topic here. Hooters is trash. I hate their wings.
What?
I literally cannot stand their food.
Why? Like, dude, their wings are amazing.
I disagree.
The ones that are that have like the batter on them.
Yeah, I don't like their wings at all.
Yeah, no, buddy. Oh yeah, why? Like what is it about them?
I don't know. I just don't like the taste of their food. I just don't like it. I've never had anything good there.
Dude, like even when I cook like for games and stuff, me and Taylor would do wings, and I would go get like the Hooters batter from the store at home because bro, I really like their wings, bro.
Yeah. See, I like battered wings, but I don't like their food at all for some reason. I don't know what it is.
I mean, I've never had I don't think I've had anything else in there but their wings. So. I've also only been to Hooters like 3 times.
Same.
So yeah, I guess I don't have much of a sample pool, but I just never heard anybody be like, nah, I don't like it at all though.
Yeah, I feel like I am like an anomaly on that. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like most people enjoy it or like it, but I'm
at
just
least, yeah, they're like, I mean, I'll eat it. But,
yeah, like
yeah, okay. Well, yeah, well, for me, yeah, if I could get their wings with Buffalo Wild Wings sauce, yeah, that would be golden. Um, that would make it happen. And that's kind of what I do when I go to the store to get like their batter.
mhm.
But only thing is you only get like Buffalo Wild Wings only has like 3 sauces available in the store, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does suck when you have like 80 on the list.
Yeah, and it's like, I can't even get like one of the dry rub ones in here or something. Like
Yeah,
nothing. I don't know. It's weird. They only do the little 3, and also they don't even do like the spicy garlic. They do the garlic parmesan, and I'm like, I don't want that. But anyway,
yeah, but with one store closing, I can imagine like that's not the only store that closed.
oh yeah. I think this might start. Well, unfortunately for them, it might be a trend, just because. So I know here it closed. I want to say in Jackson, where I'm from, like they either closed or they moved it to like a smaller location. It's like something like that happened.
Hmm.
And Jackson is teeny tiny, bro.
Mhm.
So if you lose business in Jackson for whatever weird reason, because there's only like 5 places to eat anyway. Yeah, but I mean that ship has sailed. You know what I mean? Like it's like if you dude, when I was growing up, everybody went to Buffalo Wild Wings. Like you could not find a seat in there Thursday through Saturday, unless you came at like 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Fact.
It was packed, dude. And it stayed packed all night, all the way until they were closed. People would hang outside of Buffalo Wild Wings. Dude, I remember people would ask like their parents for money just to go sit with their friends, just to order something at Buffalo Wild Wings, just to sit in there. Like that's how busy they used to be. And then now it's like Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah. That's what happened. They moved to another location in Jackson. They built another spot, and I was like, that seems like a bad location. And you know what? In the parking lot of them, somebody literally bought out a spot in the parking lot and built a building right in front of the Buffalo Wild Wings.
So you can't see it?
Nope, not from the street. You can only see it from the highway.
That's crazy.
That's right. And I said, that just doesn't seem like a good spot. I remember saying that. I was like, that, because they moved from, so in this one plaza, I'm about to give you all the whole layout of Jackson right here. This one plaza, there used to be a movie theater, and then there was like this little stuff right here attached to Lowe's. And so that's not Lowe's. I think that's Home Depot. No, that's Lowe's because Home Depot is right down the street. And so Buffalo Wild Wings was right here, and everybody used to pile in. So there was a bigger opening at the end of this plaza. So they moved it from this little box down here to this big plaza, and they put Snappy Tomatoes in here. But then Snappy Tomatoes got too busy right here in Buffalo Wild Wings, so they moved Snappy Tomatoes down the street, and they put Buffalo Wild Wings right here. But then they got too big again, and so they went down the street to this new area, kind of like the Avenue for Murfreesboro, but it's called the Columns for Jackson.
Yeah.
And so Jackson thought they were really cool doing this, which I think is good, growth in the right direction. But then when they got the location, I was like, that just seems bad. And I was like, for some reason, I don't feel like a lot of people are gonna like go right there. And like, I went in there, bro. I kid you not. One time on like a Friday, and there was maybe 8 tables. And that was years ago, bro. That had to be like 2015, 14.
Dang.
And so like then when the last time I went home, I saw that it was a building right in front of it. I was like, they're just counting down the days for them to be open.
Fact.
That's all that is. How you let a place get a business right in front of you? In your parking lot.
Yeah,
like they cleared out your parking lot and put in a building, built it from the ground up.
They literally had to pay them a lot for that.
Like, man, would I ever have been like, yeah. I'm like, bro, if you don't get out of my face, no, we're not giving you part of our parking lot. And now you can only see my business from the street. Well, I mean, from the highway.
Literally.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, couldn't be my business, I'll tell you that.
No. But All right, bro. I think I'm about to hop out here and do some cardio. I really don't want to run, but I think I got to.
Yeah, I got a lot of unpacking to do myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Congrats
don't
on the new place, bro.
appreciate it. I don't recommend moving to anybody. Moving sucks.
Yeah, dude. Well, we're planning on moving at the end of the year, and yeah, I've already told Taylor, I'm like, look, I'm not taking anything of mine but my clothes. Everything else in this room is either being sold or somebody can grab it. I don't care, but it's not coming with me because I hate moving. Like, man, it's so annoying.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm preaching to the choir.
Yeah. I literally have all this stuff, and I'm just like, and then like I'm trying to find like furniture to buy like online and everything. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I need stuff, but I don't have it, and it's just like
Yeah.
every time I look somewhere, I'm like, oh, I don't have this. I should probably go get it. Oh, I don't have this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, okay, well, oh well.
But
But
yeah, give you about a month or two, I'm sure you'll be settled in.
I hope so.
Yeah. But you got anything else you wanna chat about today?
Nah, man. I think that covers it for today. We'll hop back in it in the next couple days.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank y'all for watching. We really appreciate it. We still don't have any emails though. So no, I'm kind of taking back my thank you. But thanks to the new subs. I saw we got a couple more. Appreciate y'all, and our listeners have gone up too. So again, thank y'all for that, and share with everybody that you know. Yeah, comment on our YouTube too. Let us know, like, interact with us, guys. We want to talk with y'all and give the people what they want.
It would be nice. It would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank y'all.
Until next time, guys. Appreciate y'all.